Leave and abolish are at the same time.
That's what I'm waiting for.
How many? We have five, right? Six. Oh, yeah. One was added. Leave and abolish are at the same time.
That's what I'm waiting for.
How many? We have five, right? Six. Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go on the record. Good morning. Today's date is June 24th, 2020. We are on the record, Robstown Municipal Court. My name is Judge Tony Gonzalez. In this hearing, this arraignment via Zoom, and we're live on YouTube. Let me Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Okay. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We're waiting for 3 more people, so if you will hold tight. Let's see if they join. If they don't join here within a few minutes, I'll start the hearing, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the 3 individuals we have in the courtroom right now. Good morning. My name is Judge Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Robstown Municipal Court. You are here on today's arraignment docket for June 24, 2020. We are on the record. As you can see, we're having to conduct differently now. We got one more person that just waiting room. Let me see if we go ahead and admit her. Ma'am, you just came into the virtual courtroom. Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. You sound like very low.
Okay, Miss Cordova.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna ask everybody one by one. Esther Balboa,
Yes.
can you hear me? You're okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Ornelas,
Yes.
okay. You can hear me fine?
Yes.
Okay. Hermelinda Perez.
I can hear you just a little bit.
Okay, can you rate, which one's Hermelinda?
Me.
Okay, Hermelinda, I'm not sure. I think it's on your end because everybody else can hear me.
Yeah, I have put my volume all the way high, but I believe it is my phone also.
Okay, I'll try to talk louder, okay?
Okay.
And then we have Amber Salinas.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Emily Sanchez. Two that are not here. Okay. All right. Once again, I want to thank y'all for showing up today. We're doing this differently. We're on Zoom. This is how we have to conduct court now because of the COVID pandemic. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be letting you know some of the rights you have, letting you know some information. But what today's docket is about is that you're here in court for the first time to answer to your charges, okay? What that means is I'm gonna let you know what you're being charged with, and you're gonna have the opportunity to enter one of three pleas: guilty, not guilty, or no contest, okay? A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are basically the same thing in that I will find you guilty. All that you're telling the court when you plead no contest is that you're not contesting the charges, okay? If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, what's gonna happen next is gonna be the sentencing portion of the case. There's a number of things that I can do. Depends on what your case is and what I feel you qualify for, okay? There's something called, for those of you with traffic violations, there's something called the Driving Safety Course Program. If you qualify for that, I will offer it to you. It's a 90-day program where if you do everything successfully, the case gets dismissed. There's a fee associated with that program. I'll let you know what it is. But in addition to that fee being paid, you have to do a driving safety course. You can do it online. You have to get a certified copy of your driving record, and you have to maintain valid insurance during the 90-day period. At the end of the 90-day period, if you turned in all the required documents and you haven't had any other moving violations, the case will get dismissed, okay? So if you qualify for this program, I will ask you if you want to participate in the program. There's also what's called deferred disposition. That's where I put you on a type of probation. If you pay the fine and the court costs that I ask you to pay within the period of time I ask you to pay, and you get no other violations, the case gets dismissed, okay? I can also just put you, give you a straight conviction. And in some cases, that's the only thing I can do. For instance, if you got a CDL driver's license, the only thing I can do is, if you plead guilty or no contest, is issue a conviction and give you a fine and court costs, okay? But as your cases are called, we can discuss each individual thing if you have any questions, okay? Certain things I wanna let you know. If you're charged with assault family violence, right? If it's an assault case and if it involves a member of your family or a person you've had a dating relationship with, there are other consequences, okay? And by law, I have to read this. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun, a long gun, or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. section 922 G9 or section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. There's certain rights that you have. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. These are all Class C misdemeanors. The fines normally will not exceed $500. But if you were to get a lawyer could help you understand the law, could help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I'll have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. Does everyone understand this?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
You also have the right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It is the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. If you choose not to testify, I won't hold it against you and a jury won't hold it against you. As you sit here today, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Does everyone understand these rights?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Now, if you plead not guilty, let me tell you what happens after that. If you plead not guilty, you will receive a notice by mail of what's called a pretrial hearing. These hearings will also be conducted via Zoom, but at these hearings, there will be a prosecutor present that you will be able to speak to regarding your case. A prosecutor can negotiate a plea bargain agreement. If you have anything you want to talk to the prosecutor about regarding your case, that is the time to do it. A lot of times people want to talk to the judge about the case before a trial as to why they feel they're not guilty. A judge cannot talk to you regarding your case or the facts of your case until he hears the evidence at trial. But a prosecutor can. The prosecutor is the one who's bringing the case on behalf of the state of Texas against you. So if you have evidence as to your innocence or whatever the case may be, you can talk to the prosecutor about it. And if he feels that it's warranted, he has the ability to dismiss a case. Does everyone understand this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm going to put everybody back into the waiting room, and I'm going to bring y'all each one by one to enter your plea, okay?
Yes, Your
Yes.
Honor.
Thank you.
Ms. Balboa?
Yes.
Okay. Cause number 2006001-804, State of Texas versus Esther Balboa. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Balboa, you can put your hand down. You are charged with the offense of failure to control speed causing an accident alleged to have occurred on or about June 3rd, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes.
As to the charge of failing to control speed on or about June 3rd, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty. Ms. Balboa, with regards to the accident, has your insurance paid for the damage to the vehicle yet?
To my vehicle, yes, I believe the gentleman that I hit, I believe it's pending. Or I'm sure that it was submitted through my claim, so I'm sure it's getting worked on.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna accept your plea of guilty. I'm gonna set aside a finding of guilt at this time, place you on what's called deferred disposition for 90 days. It's gonna be a fine of $195.90 and costs of $150 for a total of $345.90. By when can you pay that, Ms. Balboa?
Is this something that be paid in full, or is there like payment?
Well, you've got 90 days, okay, that you're on this probation. So
Okay.
if you can pay the fine first, which is the 195 90,
Mm-hmm.
I can have you the 150 due at the end of the 90-day period. When's the 90-day period? So let me tell you what. So 90 days is in September 22nd, 2020, okay?
Okay.
Let's have you pay the 150 by September 22nd, 2020. The fine of 195.90, you think you can do that in 30 days?
Yes, sir.
That would be July 24th, 2020.
July 24th. Okay.
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 Now, if for whatever reason you're unable to meet those deadlines, just call us and we'll be able to help you. One thing that I didn't let y'all know, there is an alternative means. If for whatever reason you find that you cannot pay your fine and court costs, you can fill out an application. It's called an indigency application, where we will then have a hearing to determine if we can put you on a payment plan further than the 90-day period. Or if you want to do community service. Right now, it's kind of hard to do that because of the COVID, but there's other things we can do, okay?
No, this will be fine. Do
Okay,
this. You
okay.
spoke earlier, driving safety course. I don't qualify for that, or,
Well, I normally don't do it when there's an accident involved,
okay.
but with the deferred, you won't have a conviction on your record if you do everything you're supposed to do. The case will get dismissed.
Okay.
Okay.
But I was concerned. with-
All right, ma'am. Any other questions?
No, that was it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're gonna get everything by email. You get the paperwork that you need to have. It'll be mailed to you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. That was. Okay. Who came in next? Ornelas, I think.
Ornelas was from. Do we know out? They going last week? So we got any back? We got a couple back. Okay, I wasn't sure about that.
Ornelas?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Court call is cause number 2005001632, State of Texas versus Tasha Lynn Ornelas. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Tasha Lynn Ornelas, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Ornelas, you are here today on a speeding charge, speeding 74 in a 60-mile-per-hour zone, alleged to have occurred on or about 3rd, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One of the things that I didn't let y'all know during the admonishments is that there is an alternative means to payment. If for whatever reason you are unable to meet the financial obligation on your case, there is an application that you can request from the court, and we'll either mail it to you or email it to you. You fill it out, then we have another hearing on Zoom to determine if you qualify. If you qualify, then we can put you on a extended payment plan. We can community service to the extent that we're able to do that. So there's things that we can do if you're unable to play it, okay? And I usually say that in the beginning, but I forgot to say it, and so I'm letting you know now, okay, Mr. Ornelas? So as to the charge of speeding 74 in a 60-mile-per-hour zone alleged to have occurred on May 23rd, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
No contest?
Yes.
Okay. The court will accept your plea of no contest. Mr. Ornelas, have you taken a driving safety course in the last year?
No.
Okay, I think you heard me tell you what it was earlier, but it's a 90-day program. What would her cost be for the driving safety course? It's a fee of $144 that would have to be paid. It's usually today, but if you can pay it by tomorrow.
Okay.
You do a driving safety course online. You get a copy of your driving record from DPS, and you maintain valid insurance, and bring to the court copies of this driving safety course certificate, proof of insurance, and your driving record from DPS. At the end of the 90-day period, the case gets dismissed. And the cost is $144, you said? It's $144 as opposed to $248.90, which is what you're looking at right now.
Okay, that's good.
You want to do the driving safety course program?
And what about the probation period? Is it
It's
same as the 30 days or 90 days?
It's the 90 days, so long as you don't get any other tickets in 90 days.
Yeah. After, oh, I don't want another ticket after this one.
Yeah, no, I think you'll do fine. With that paperwork, she has to sign off on it, or how do we do that, Larissa? Okay, so we'll be contacting you after we get off this hearing to
Okay.
do exactly what you need to do, okay?
And since I'm not from there, I live in Lingen. Do I have to come up here to bring the paperwork, or can I mail it?
No, everything can be done by mail or email,
Okay, perfect.
okay? And the course can be done online.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, then somebody will be in contact with you, Ms. Ornelas, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Who is next? Hermelinda. Ms. Perez?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You can put your hand down. Are you Hermelinda Cordova Perez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Perez. One thing I want to let you know before we go forward is I did not explain earlier, if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, and if I order a fine or court costs, if you are unable to meet that obligation, there are other ways to do it. You would have to fill out an application. We would have another hearing to determine if you qualify, but we could put you on a payment plan. We could do community service. So there's things that can be done, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Perez, you are being charged with the offense of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on or about April 19th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, against a Kayla Zuniga. Do you understand what you're being charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. As to the charge of assault by contact on or about April 19th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court is going to accept your plea of not guilty.
I'm sorry.
We're going to accept your plea of not guilty.
Thank
We're
you.
going to set this matter for pretrial, and then if we need to, we'll set it for trial, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have to have a trial, do you want it before the judge or before a jury?
Before, do I speak to somebody before a court?
Yes, you would, at the pretrial, you would be able to talk to the prosecutor to discuss your case. Yes, ma'am. But if you have
Okay,
to
I
have
will-
a trial, I'm sorry. If you have to have a trial, do you want it before the judge, which would be me, or do you want it before a jury?
I would like to speak to somebody before speaking to you.
Right, and you'll have that opportunity. But if for whatever reason it doesn't work out and you have to have a trial, do you want it with the jury or with the judge?
With the, what is a jury? I'm sorry.
A jury, there's 6 people from the community that listen to your case, and then they decide if you're innocent or guilty.
A jury?
Okay. All right, Ms. Perez, someone will be getting a hold of you to tell you what needs to be done next, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so, because they have to sign the plea forms, right? That's what we're sending to them? Okay. Who's the final person? Okay, is this Amber Salinas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please raise your right hand.
Okay.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you are Amber Salinas, correct?
Correct.
Okay, Ms. Salinas, one thing that I did not tell you when we were all together, that if for whatever reason you are ordered to pay a fine or court costs, there are other ways to meet that obligation if you are unable to pay it. There's an application you would have to fill out, and then we would have another hearing to determine if you qualify. And if you qualified, we can do a number of things, including putting you on a payment plan or having you do community service. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Ms. Salinas, you are charged with the offense of assault by threat alleged to have occurred on or about May 1st, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, against Apolonia Gonzalez. Are you aware of this?
Actually, I'm aware of the incident, but I am also concerned about the name. I got into a physical fight with Jessica Perez, which is the sister of Apolina Gonzalez.
And right now is not the time to talk to me about that. It's all I can do is take your plea, right? So if you plead not guilty, you'll have an opportunity to speak to the prosecutor, and you can explain or talk to him about those facts, okay?
Okay, then I plead not guilty.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you formally, okay? As to the charge of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on May 1st, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, against Apolinia Gonzalez. As to that charge, are you telling the court you're pleading not guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then the court is to accept your plea of not guilty. We're gonna have to set this for trial, but you'll have an opportunity to speak to the prosecutor first, okay? But
Okay.
if it has to go to trial, do you want a trial before a jury or do you want a trial before the court?
I'm sorry?
Do you want a trial before a jury, which would be 6 people from the community? Or do you want a trial before the court, which would be me? I would be the one making the decision. If you're guilty or innocent. If it's a jury, then it's 6 people making that decision. Which one would you want?
It doesn't matter, whichever one.
Well, I can't make the decision. You have to make it for yourself.
Jury, no jury, it doesn't really.
Okay, I'm gonna put jury, okay? Because when you're unable to say which one, I have to say that it's a jury, okay?
Okay.
All right, you'll be notified of what's gonna happen next, okay? You'll receive a notice in the mail, but you'll also be called regarding your plea paperwork, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the time is 10:47 a.m. I have no other individuals waiting in the waiting room. The court's going to go ahead and call the remaining docket. Court calls cause number 2006-001-778, State of Texas versus Eric Luna. Let the record reflect that Eric Luna has not made an appearance on the Zoom docket. Court calls cause number 2005. I'm sorry, 2005-001-527, 2005-001-528, and 2005-001-529, State of Texas versus Emily Jean Sanchez. Let the record reflect that Ms. Sanchez has not made an appearance on the Zoom waiting room. So that is today's docket. And we are, go ahead and we're gonna go off the record.